How's it going, everybody? It's Zeno here, and I haven't made a build guide in probably 5 years, something like that. But we got Path of Exile 2. This is my first one. I'm making a living bomb guide as the Titan. Of course, we do off-meta only gameplay here. And the first things you can notice about this build is time of need is cracked. I have it going at 1.4 seconds. And that's how much reduced duration I have in this living bomb build. I'm just going to show you the map. I'm going to do the map, and then we'll explain the build. It's a T15. I'm going to do a T17. This is hardcore. This is the first time I'm doing a T17 map. Oh, Augury? No. We don't do that. Right now we're playing some Civilization 7. It's a new game that recently came out. Hope you enjoy it. If you're out there playing Civilization 7 yourself, I'm just looking for a +2 somewhere that I can do. Surely I have one, right? If only I could search for it. Yep, if only, I guess we're doing Augury. Augury is a great example for this. Screw it. We're doing Augury. All my homies hate the Augury. Where is it? Can't find it now. Oh, Seepage. We'll do this one. Great. See, it's just a simple map pack size. I do no damage mods because hardcore, and I don't want to go back to the beach. So the first thing about this build is my single target is slightly lacking, but I can make it up. This next thing about this build is it's extremely satisfying to play. This map is a perfect map to showcase because it does ignore line of sight. You can off-screen with it, and you can shoot through walls with it. I have my nearly instant. It's about half of screen of AoE because of the Titan. And yeah, it's just really satisfying. I'll explain the full build guide as we go. I'm just going to showcase this map for the time being. I'm going to take my time doing it. I'm a firm believer of getting something done right the first time is fast enough, and I should get close to a full level just being in here at 82. It's an 81 map. Now, the first thing with Living Bomb is I have a limit of 2. I'm using the Overabundance Support Gem. The Overabundance Support Gem also lessens the duration by half. It does not reduce the duration by 50%. It lessens the duration by half. So it's a multiplier. It's multiplicative. You divide by 2 once all of your reduced duration happens. I currently have 80% reduced duration on my tree. So it's just currently another 10% reduced duration because you have 20% left. You can't go lower than 0% reduced duration. So with 20% duration left, you half it. I have 10% duration of my Living Bomb. I straight up feel like Kale Thaw sometimes with this build. You know, Living Bomb and all. It does great clear. It does mediocre single target. I think the strongest class or ascendancy for this is the Stormweaver, simply because double shock plus immediate ignite, and you get a lot of damage modifiers, and what's it called? You have to get increased shock duration to counter out all the reduced duration you have. And the class itself already has reduced shock duration on it. And with all hits can shock, you get a double shock. It'll just melt things with an ignite. In this build, though, I said screw ignite, and I'm using... Look at that, dude. Just look at that. Yep, see you later, buddy. I am using Elemental Focus. I'm just doing damage. I just want to get damage off of it. I'm using Considered Casting, as you don't need much cast speed at all with this skill. Just need enough. And Considered Casting is a really big multiplier to skills. That time of need, though. That time of need. It just procs every 1.4 seconds, which nearly makes me immune to all elemental ailments and curses. Not immune, but highly resistant. Because the chances of it proccing, like, at the slowest is 1.4 seconds. I'll have that duration of any type of debuff. I mean, it's a decent single target, honestly. Cheese this through the line of sight, because Living Bomb just be good like that. I'll explain a lot of the theorycraft when I'm done with this map. The most important thing to know is there's 2 ways that at least I know of that you can level Living Bomb, but both are a little bit tedious. So Living Bomb starts at level 5, which is level 16 requirement for this skill gem. I have not seen any level 20s on a staff, but it goes up to a level 84 staff at 19 Living Bomb. What I've done is I have a Living Bomb staff literally for every breakpoint except for 15, I'll explain why later on. Actually, I'll just explain it now. It's because the difference between level 15 and 16 Living Bomb is 2 levels. It's 64 to 66. It kind of catches up with the other staff skills at that level, so you can just entirely skip over it. What's 2 more levels? You know, you don't need a new staff just for 2 levels. And I skipped over my level 9 staff because I had such an insane roll on my level 8 staff that it was like quite literally a downgrade to level it up. All right, or the other way you could do it is, so that's using rare staves as you go with plus to skills. You can roll up to +7 starting at a level 78 staff, which is Living Bomb level 18. You could do +6 starting at a level 52 staff. You can do +4 in like Act 2 normal as early as. And you could do +3 immediately on the staves, which is crazy. The other way you could do it, instead of going the rare way, is Living Bomb is attached to the Searing Touch. And as you know, you can just get a different variant of Searing Touch as you go. So level 5 Searing Touch will start at level 16. You can work your way up a Living Bomb staff all the way to 19, which I have seen even in hardcore. I'm not sure if level 20 staves are even in the game, but it is what it is. All right, to level up the skill, to quality the skill, you use the Arcanist Etchers on it. So if you notice here, I have 20% quality on my staff. That gives it 20% quality on this. Despite the visual bug, it is applied. I've tested it because when I open up this guy, it does go down by that 0.5 or that 0.05. So my current speed is 0.2 and my cast time is 0.54, which means I can invest in more cast speed. But there's not much of a difference between the two. You know, what's 0.2, as soon as I apply, it's exploding, right? That's less than a blink of an eye. And same thing with 0.54. So I can get more cast speed in this build, but I'm nearly at the soft cap. All right, let's just get rid of this fodder. Okay. So time of need. Let's talk time of need. It's currently healing me for more than 500 per proc. I'm constantly at full life. In the event of me losing my mana, I am a mind over matter build. In the event of me losing my mana, time of need comes in very clutch for healing health. I'm spending exactly 0 mana on my build because any skill tied to staves or wands costs no mana. I could completely off-screen things and cheese them through line of sight, and the mobs don't even know where I am. Like, they just bug out. They just like run in circles looking for me. Yep, so Living Bomb costing 0 mana is amazing. It allows you to play it on Blood Mage. I tried this variant on Blood Mage. I reached level 80 in hardcore before I got tapped really quick in a breach, which sent me right back to the beach. Feels bad. But Living Bomb is exceptional on the Blood Mage because she has a 15% base crit. You get all that crit multi for life. What else is there? The Life Remnant skill, you could double your life. And then because it costs no mana, you don't spend life as a Blood Mage. So you could just go mind over matter and just use your mana as like an extra shield. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I don't use any other skills for leveling. I use Solar Orb. It's an exceptional skill with this. It applied fire exposure. But unfortunately, I can't use it now because even if I get increased, even if I put persistence on it, it's a multiplier to duration. It disappears nearly instantly. So my Ignite disappears nearly instantly because I have so much reduced duration. My exposure falls off nearly instantly. So this has caused me to use Flammability. I've been thinking about going Dual Curse, but because I have so much AoE as Titan, it's literally the entire screen, my Flammability at the moment. And with Aura Effect, which gets scaled from Titan as well, I actually have a minus 41 currently on my Blasphemy, and it goes to the edge of the screen. It's quite exceptional. I found a way to make Blasphemy decent. Hey. I can't use Temporal Chains in this build because it would extend the duration of my Living Bomb. We don't want that. We can use Enfeeble. That's not bad either. You can go Archmage, but this would make Living Bomb have a mana cost now. But if you do Archmage, you can also go Conductivity with this as well if you want to get some big deeps. I've tried Archmage in the past, but when I lose all my mana, I hate not being able to cast. So I've debated maybe weapon swapping to Searing Touch to apply exposure, but then it just falls off anyways. I've debated so many different ways to incorporate Archmage. I don't want to deal with it until I have an insane mana regen, which I almost do. We're nearly finished with finishing this map. As you can see, I have no problems clearing a T17 as a level 82. I've gotten nearly a full level in here, which is great. My single target's not that bad. It could be better. But with all things considered, for a meme skill that most people aren't playing on a meme class, this is a good build, and I'm quite happy with it. So the 3 variants I highly recommend doing this on are Stormweaver, Blood Mage, and the Titan. You can also try this on Witch Hunter because he has the Culling Strike node and the node past Culling Strike, which will give you a really big boost to damage. You're just trying to do a 1-hit or a 2-hit. So Witch Hunter is actually quite exceptional for Living Bomb. It's just a kind of a pain in the butt to path through this skill tree as a Witch Hunter trying to play a caster. There are a lot of good fire nodes on the left side of the tree and the bottom of the tree. There's a couple good fire wheels. So you can pull off some kind of fire shenanigans with the Witch Hunter down there. I would have to just theory craft it, and that will probably be the next variant I test. I plan on trying Living Bomb with every class because I have all of my staves still. I currently have a level 18 one with 300 mana. Let's see, I'll just show it on pause. I have +7 to skills, mana regen, nearly 300 mana, extra damage as fire with spell damage. Unfortunately, reduced attributes, as good as it might seem. I'm not sure if this is intended to be this way, but despite lowering the int requirement on the staff, it does not lower the int requirement on the skill. So it's a pointless modifier, and you would much prefer cast speed. At one point in time, I didn't think you'd want cast speed, but you do. I just had to test it a bunch. The skill automatically links itself as well. It starts off as a 3-link. When it becomes a level 11, aka when you're level 41, 40, 65, and 90 are the breakpoints. So at level 40, you'll be able to get your 4-link. At 65, you get your 5-link. And I don't know how to get the 6-link as I'm only wearing an 18. I think maybe at a level 20 Living Bomb you might be able to. I do think Grinding Gear Games should make it so if I wanted to use a skill gem on my staff, it would upgrade the level of Living Bomb on the staff, but also increase the level requirement and the attribute requirement. And then I also think you should be able to de-level skills by doing the same thing, but you can't de-level it lower than the item level. I think that would be exceptional, something they should consider. And also, if they wanted to make reduced attributes actually useful on this, it should also apply to the skill itself. That'd be a really nice way to play Living Bomb. I'm going to try it as Witch Hunter and Gemling Legionnaire at some point as well, but right now, I wanted to give love to the Titan because everyone loves to dumpster the Titan. I'm not going to click this because they take forever to do, and it's kind of pointless. I got a full level in this map. Lovely. Let's not stand here. Big chunk there from this. This is a rare mob. So if I just keep backstepping, usually I could completely dodge every single one of their melee attacks. I also have a little bit of knockback, so it's just useful. Alright. Got that freaking... It's just so amazing to just listen to that Time of Need over and over and over. This is a detonate mob. Hey, a 12 Exile, we take those. Once I'm done killing this guy. Oh, you can't jump on me, that's so unfortunate. He's hitting me with the detonate though. And he finally jumped, but he missed. I'm gonna kill myself to detonate at this rate. Oh, it's proximity mob. So. There we go. That's why it took so long. This proximity mob, I didn't even realize. Alright, let's sell this item, and then we'll do a full theory craft explanation of this build. I only have 3 ascendancies at the moment. I need to get my 4th. I'll probably end up buying it. Oh, that's unfortunate, Sven. Right now I'm recording a YouTube video. If you want to say hi to YouTube, now's your chance, people. I'm live on Twitch. You could check out my Twitch stream at twitch.tv/ZenosideGenius. This is the first YouTube video I have made in like literally 5 years, people. So thanks for watching if you do. The thumbnail, if you're tuning in, I made that using AI art because I'm too lazy and I don't want to hire anyone. So AI art's going to be what we do. Wow, this thing is so bad. So bad, but level 43 and a ton of res. Decent. Sure, 10x, I don't care. I put it up for 12. Okay, let's review the build. I'm going to slam this. Quality first before slamming. Ah, boy, I'll do it later. Okay, so let's explain how the build works. Alright, so as I'm leveling up, this is normally 8% area of effect, but now it's 12. So I'm sure you've seen a lot of the crazy Earthquake or melee builds where they're Titan and they just pick up all the AoE nodes. I wanted to do that with Living Bomb. I wanted to play a caster. I felt like Titan as two-handed maces is not the vibe. So first things first, pathing on this build is great. This is a dead node because I'm not melee. However, I do level with Pillar of the Cage God until like level 21 or 22 or 18 whenever I put on my first staff. So just throw on a pillar and then just come right out and strength. Just get all of your early pathing done, some AoE, and then by the time you get to here, you're already working on Living Bomb. I did not pick up these aura nodes until I had 60 energy to put on Blasphemy. Okay, so instead I just pathed up the strength. I still picked up the AoE. And then when I put on the staff, I immediately got near at hand and the reduced duration. So these reduced duration nodes are normally 8%, but because I'm the Titan, all small nodes are multiplied by 1.5. So 8 times 1.5 is 12. And because duration is a 100 to 0 integer, reduced duration is amazing. Every 1% you get you're going closer to 0. So when you're playing Living Bomb, I have 80% between these two. I have 12, it's 24 plus 16 is 40. And then we come up here to this tree, it's the same thing. 12, and 16. 40 plus 40 is 80. And because I use the support gem Overabundance, I have 20% reduced duration left. I half it, now we're down to 10. So I have 10% duration of the original duration on this skill. Also, by qualitating the staff, despite the visual bug, I do remove another 0.5 seconds from the duration of the skill, which knocks it down to 0.2 seconds. So normally this skill is a 2-second pop. I got it down to 0.2 seconds to pop it. It's really nice. Overabundance is like 4 times damage for this skill because you half it and you get +1 limit. It's just so satisfying to put this on immediately and then your build is viable. The entire way I had 0 problems clearing, and in fact the build only got better the more points I got because of how Titan scales so well. I also use Considered Casting. I could use Controlled Destruction. I use this because it does give a higher multiplier, and the less cast speed isn't that bad because I kind of counter it out right here with the more cast speed multiplier. If I take this off, I go from 0.54 to 0.67. It is noticeable. I could take out both Considered Casting and put in Controlled Destruction and Fire Mastery. And honestly, I think those two might give me more damage. Let's try that out. I lose crit chance, but I just get a lot of damage. So let's see. Fire Mastery. And the other one is Controlled Destruction. Let's see the difference here. So 79.50, 88, 98, 10.5k. If I swap, it's down to, yeah, see, it's 11k. So it's actually better for me. Wait, is it? Fire Mastery, Controlled Destruction. Yeah, it's actually better for me to do the cast speed. So, lesson learned. Because losing the crit isn't a good thing. It's a 9% crit base. I have no crit, but whatever. If it happens, right? Let's look more into the skill tree. So, the pathing on this has been really fun. It's a little bit dodgy once you get to this point because you have to get a bunch of points in strength. Strength gets multiplied by my 1.15 multiplier. Now keep in mind this multiplies increased maximum life. So if you get increased maximum life on an amulet or from that boss in Act 2 normal, the candle boss, or if you decide to come down here or use this on your amulet, unbending is another 3% life with stun threshold. I'm debating putting this on my amulet once I make a really GG one. So these multiply all the increased. So strength and int hybrid is the play. And also this gets strength multiplier right here, so it's not bad to pick up both strength and int as we go. All right, so moving here, this is like the God Wheel, man. 12% AoE, 18% AoE, just for 2 points because I'm a Titan, that's 30. Another 18, 12, 12, and then you get the big noises. This is knockback in AoE. This is just a big AoE. If you want to go crit, there's a crit multi right here, and you take less crit. This is exceptional for the Blood Mage, as is this wheel where they have a lower chance to crit you, and there's all this crit chance and crit multi. But for mine, I went over here. I picked up area of effect and fire damage, area of effect and fire damage. Normally these are 6%, but now they're 9 and 9. So good. These are normally 12%. They're 18% fire. I worked my way over here and I went up. Oh, my jewels have int. I have mana gain on kill, life gain on kill. It's just the int requirement for the staff I want to satisfy with my jewels, and then I get supplementary stats that really help me. Mana gain on kill and life gain on kill are exceptional for a skill that costs no mana. I spend 0 mana, so that way I'm constantly regenerating both of my health resources. If I ever break through my mana, I have Cannibalism, which is a 4% life gained on kill right here. And paired with the 2% from my jewel, I can quickly heal myself. Plus the flasks, you know, I'm in a really good spot. My life flask right here, I got myself 50% increased life recovery rate from flasks, which is great. So if I'm ever caught with my pants down losing my mana, I could quickly get it back from mana gained on kill, and I could quickly get my life back from both Cannibalism, my jewel, and flasking. So my survivability, sadly, I only have 75 all elemental res, and I am almost chaos res cap, which is great. Armor, I think, is useless, so physical damage scares me the most. I just kite. I do a lot of kiting. You can go temp chains if you want to, but again, it extends the duration of the bomb. You can use enfeeble. Dual curse is great. I could pick it up for 1 point, and because I'm enfeeble, I don't deal with the downside of this. I mean, because I'm Blasphemy, I don't deal with the downside of this. Blasphemy is a spirit support you put on with your curse. I then scale the hell out of this curse. To make it screen wide, I have given it magnified effect, which does not increase the spirit cost. I've given it ritualistic curse, which increases the area of effect. So I get all these increased area of effect and then multiply it here as this is more area, which gives me an entire screen-wide flammability, and it can apply to Enfeeble too. And usually things don't render more than a screen and a half away anyways. So Blasphemy is not useless between the aura effect down here. It's just so good as Titan. These are normally 8%, now it's 12, so I get an additional 12% effect essentially from these small nodes. And then I get effect right here from Heightened Curse. This does increase the spirit cost, but I don't care. Time and Need is just it's just using Fast Forward, which lessens the skill effect duration by 30%, which knocks it down to a 1.44 second trigger. Use time is 1 second. I recover 510 life. So on top of my life gain on kill through Cannibalism in my jewel and my juiced up life flask, I also recover 510 life every time this procs. So a Mind Over Matter build where it costs 0 mana is already nuts. If I lose all of my mana, I have a lot of different layered life recovery effects. So I could take a bunch of like periodic damage. I just can't take one big hit. One big hit, one-shotting me is what I'm scared of most, like one big physical hit. So I'm going to have to figure out how to do it. I know Cloak of Flame exists, but my current chess piece is like God mode, man. I have 40 chaos res on it, 30 chaos res on it, and 44 spirits, some cold res, decent 200 ES, and a bunch of life. Like, it's going to be hard for me to replace this for my build for a Cloak of Flame. Like, I just lose too much power from my chess piece. The rest of my gear is just the same thing. Life mana big res, life mana res. This thing could be replaced. I'm going to replace it soon. My helmet is great. I have 40 chaos res on my helmet. 16 chaos res on my helmet. It's quad res. Very high mana roll, very high life roll. This is my +3 to skills neck. This could be replaced. It's just a little bit of life, a little bit of mana from ES, from Eldritch Battery, a little bit of cold res. Boots, same thing, high life roll, int requirements, so I don't have to get it on my tree, just minor res. My belt is great. High life, high mana, high strength. Great life recovery from flasks. A little bit of res. Charges are pretty meh. I put the... Oh, wow. I need to put a better stun charm on. I've put this on at level 8 and forgot. I feel like charms are some of the most useless fodder in this game, and I need to be better. All of my flasks are increased amount recovered for both of them. Both of my... Titan, in Titan Act 2, I got the increased life recovery and mana recovery from normal Act 2 Cruel, and yep, there's that. My rewards were Chaos Res from the Venom Crypts and Cruel, and for Venom Crypts and normal, I got increased Elemental Ailment Threshold, which I now wish I got Stun, or Mana Regeneration. I think actually I got Mana Regeneration right. Let's take a look. This pretty much covers the whole theory craft of the build. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't mind the thumbnail. It's a bit of a meme. I'm going to use AI art for thumbnails from here on out because, yeah, why not? I got, yeah, Elemental. I wish I... Can you change this? Someone tell me in the comments or in Twitch chat if you can. If I can, I would make it increase mana recovery rate or stun. This was a misplay by my part because I didn't think Time of Need would carry me so hard. I didn't even think about using it when I created this build. But it's the only thing that synergizes well with Living Bomb. Because removing your Ignite, removing your Exposure, removing your... I was using Solar Orb. I put down the Solar Orb, it just disappears. I was using Curses. I curse him, it just disappears. So I didn't feel like spending 500 mana, 600 mana on a curse. Instead, I just put on Blasphemy and then abuse all of the area of effect I have as Titan. And then just spend 0 mana. 0 mana skill. Abuse your mom. Abuse your mom. I mean, mind over matter. Not actually abuse your mom. Like, mind over matter. When I say it's an acronym. It's don't actually abuse your mom. She's kind of a nice lady. I've met her. She's cool. Anyways, thanks for watching this. Take care. I'll be making more build guides. More off-meta shenanigans. Yeah, Living Bomb is dope as hell. Oh, yeah. Wait. Before we go, I'll just show them. Yep. Every step of the way. Thanks again for watching. My name is Logan Paul. You can like, comment, subscribe. I'm a Cloud Demon. Goodbye.